Hello, my it's Toycat, and this is some online multiplayer gameplay from Black Ops 2 where I'm using the Vector on standoff. But that's enough about, well, it's not enough about that, but that's the gameplay summed up. And funnily enough, this is the only gameplay you'll ever see probably on my channel where I die first 2 times in a row after being a little bit too untactical. Untactical's not a word. But yeah, just gonna throw that one out there. But then I sort of bring it back to a good score, lead my team to victory. It's a lovely game. So yeah, and I'm using the Vector of rapid fire. Not rapid fire, sorry, the laser sight, which by the way at this point I honestly just think it is the best attachment because I use it on all my SMGs. Because you can have multiple attachments without too much downside to your class. I tend to have the laser sight on just by default because the hipfire is just really nice with it. And yeah, I'm just using the laser sight because I'd recently prestiged my Vector. By the way, I've got a Prestige 2. So yeah, let me just quickly talk about the Vector then. The Vector, it seems that it's, for a while it was my favourite weapon, so this is from a loving standpoint. But the thing about the Vector is it's a really good gun, but the iron sights are a little bit bad, the recoil's a little bit high, and the close range performance isn't as good as perhaps the Scorpion Evo, and they're the only 3 real downsides to it. But on the other hand, it's, as far as I'm aware, it seems to be the best close to medium range performer, like that little gap in between. So if that's the sort of playstyle you go for, maybe a ghosty style if you put a silencer on, then this gun is definitely the one for you. Just gonna say that one now. But if you just like having a super powerful SMG that you can kill people with because that's what you're into, either the Scorpion Evo or the MSMC, depending on where about in the SMG range you want to go, seems to be a little bit better. But if you're willing to play around with the gun and get used to it so you can get the max out of it, the Vector seems to be the best. So yeah, the Vector, it's the second highest fire rate of the SMGs, and at close range it's a 4-hit kill, at long range it's a 6-hit kill. So if that puts you off immediately, then yeah. But on the other hand, 4-hit kill, 6-hit kill is actually pretty average for the SMGs, and the Vector has slightly less range than the other ones that has the same damage. But on the other hand, it has the highest fire rate of the lower damage SMGs, so technically the highest damage per second, which is always good. So yeah, if you're going to be using the Vector, because you think you can handle it, because once you learn to control the recoil, as I said, it really does do some serious damage at long, close, medium range. But if you're going to be using the Vector, then let me just quickly talk attachments. Laser sight, I almost almost have to recommend because it's very, very, very good on all the SMGs, as I said. There's no class I seem to run without it. So I put the laser sight on, but if you just can't learn to hit fire, or you're not very liberal with your hit fire, you only do it when absolutely necessary, then learn to hit fire so you can put it on. But no, then I'd probably recommend either the grip, extend mags, or fast mags, because the reload on the Vector is a little hefty. But yeah, so either grip, fast mags, or extend mags, depending on where about in the spectrum of things you like. And then as far as perks go, I'd say for this class it was more of just a close range, get my point streaks class. So I went with hardline, no perk 2, because the perk 2s, they don't really benefit the SMGs. There's toughness in there, which is meh at long range gunfights. There's fast hands, which is nice for throwing nades, and there's cold blooded, which is nice for being undetected. But they're not really very good, especially when compared to their other perk counterparts. So I just went with that one, and then I went with engineer and dexterity, because engineer is a really nice combination with hardline. Because if you put on hardline, you obviously get the 20% bonus. If you put on engineer, you can see all the you can see Bettys, you can see claymores, you can see anything that you can destroy, and you get plus 50 every time you destroy something, even a shock charge, of which there's usually 2. So it's a really nice little bonus. Plus you get the plus 20% hardline on that, so it really helps you out towards your point streaks. Takes down an extra kill or 2. Definitely recommend it. Also, there's the nice avoiding bullshit deaths, such as claymores and Bettys and just really annoying stuff, which is just really great. So engineers definitely great paying for hardline. And then I went with dexterity because that's a really nice SMG perk. So yeah, let me just quickly talk about the 3 attachment choices. So the grip, it's really nice because it'll help you out that little bit, because as I said, the Vector's quite bouncy, but once you learn to get your trigger, not your trigger finger, but like burst fire a little, then you can really get some really good results out of this gun, especially at long range. Because people seem to doubt the SMG's long range abilities, which is fair enough. But there is actually a couple of good SMGs at long range. I'd say the MSMC and the PDW definitely have some long range capability. So you know, definitely learn to, you know, just tap the trigger at long ranges. Close ranges, you're just going to want to hip fire, honestly. And besides that, I'd honestly go ahead and say that the extender mags, it's probably the best attachment if you're not into the grip, and then fast mags is just there if you always find yourself dying during reloads. So yeah, that was my little guide class up video for the Vector. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like it, or if it helped you out, like it. Check out the other videos in the series. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and goodbye.